Welcome to Part 1 of the ICP Spring 2019 Final Exam. Before we begin, I want to be clear with a couple of expectations that would allow you to watch this video while you take your exam. One, once you start the video, your cell phone must be placed flat on the table for the duration of the video. If you need to pause the video for any reason, leave your phone placed on the table. If you are seen on anything other than the video, you will receive an immediate 0, no questions asked. If you are unclear about the expectations, please raise your hand now and I will come and talk to you about what is expected of you while you watch this video. The Part 1 is multiple choice, which you will answer on the bubble sheet. Below, you will see question 1, which reads as follows. Which of the following is a chemical property? A, reactivity, B, density, C, boiling point, or D, melting point. Number 2, which of the following is an example of a physical change? A, paper burning, B, cutting grass, C, cooking bacon, or D, mixing sodium and chlorine to make salt. Number 3, what is density? How compact the matter in an object is, B, how much space an object takes up, C, how much matter is in an object, or D, how hard an object is. Number 4, Alyssa put water in a graduated cylinder up to 50 milliliters. She then placed an irregular shaped rock in the graduated cylinder, raising the water level to 67 milliliters. What is the volume of the rock? A, 117 milliliters, B, negative 17 milliliters, C, 17 milliliters, or D, there is no way to know. Number 5, which of the following temperature scales does not have negative values and ends at absolute 0? A, Celsius, B, Fahrenheit, C, Kelvin, D, none of the above. 6. Which of the following best describes heat? A, the average kinetic energy of each particle in a substance. B, the transfer of thermal energy from objects of higher temperature to lower temperature. C, the total kinetic energy of all the particles in a substance. Or D, the transfer of thermal energy from objects of lower temperature to higher temperature. Number 7. What is the difference between temperature and thermal energy? A, thermal energy depends on the number of molecules in a substance, temperature does not. B, temperature depends on the number of molecules in a substance, thermal energy does not. C, temperature is related to kinetic energy, but thermal energy is not. Or D, there is no differences, they are the same thing. Number 8. Liquid nitrogen boils at 77 Kelvin. What is the boiling point of liquid nitrogen in degrees Celsius? A, 170.6 degrees Celsius. B, negative 196 degrees Celsius. C, 25 degrees Celsius. Or D, 0 degrees Celsius. Number 9. If you pick up a mug of hot chocolate, which way will the thermal energy move? A, heat will flow from your hand to the mug because your hand is at a higher temperature than the mug. B, heat will flow from your hand to the mug because your hand is at a lower temperature than the mug. C, heat will flow from the mug to your hand because the mug is at a higher temperature than your hand. Or D, heat will flow from the mug to your hand because the mug is at a lower temperature than your hand. Number 10. What kind of heat is the sun's rays on Earth? A, conduction, B, convection, C, radiation, or D, none of the above. Number 11. Which state of matter has the least kinetic energy of the particles and is the densest? A, solid, B, liquid, C, gas, or D, plasma. Number 12. Ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius. At least what temperature would your freezer need to be at to create ice cubes? A, 32 degrees Celsius, B, 0 degrees Celsius, C, negative 273 degrees Celsius, or D, 100 degrees Celsius. Number 13. What phase change describes the change from solid, dry ice to carbon dioxide gas? A, deposition, B, sublimation, C, boiling, D, condensation, E, melting, F, freezing. Number 14. Which of the following is an example of deposition? A, water vapor touching a cold mirror and turning into water droplets. B, a popsicle dripping liquid on a hot day. C, water heating in a pot and turning into water vapor. Or D, water vapor touching a car window and turning into solid frost. Number 15. Is a state change a physical or chemical change? A, physical because the substance changes its chemical identity. B, physical because the substance does not change its chemical identity. C, chemical because the substance changes its chemical identity. D, chemical because the substance does not change its chemical identity. Number 16. Which of the following is a part of the kinetic molecular theory of matter? A, matter is made of particles. B, particles are constantly moving in random patterns. C, the faster the particles move, the higher the temperature of an atom. Or D, all of the above. Number 17. Which of the following is true about thermal expansion? A, when particles heat up, they get closer together. B, when an object expands, the particles move slower. C, when particles move faster, it causes the object to expand. Or D, cooling an object makes the particles move farther apart. Use the heating curve to answer the 3 questions below. What are the melting point and boiling point of this substance? A, melting point 95 degrees Celsius, boiling point 0 degrees Celsius. B, melting point 0 degrees Celsius, boiling point 100 degrees Celsius. C, melting point negative 10 degrees Celsius, boiling point 110 degrees Celsius. Or D, melting point 100 degrees Celsius, boiling point negative 10 degrees Celsius. Number 19. In what part of the graph is the substance the most dense? A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, D, 4, E, 5. Number 20. What is happening during the flat parts of the graph? A, heat is being added and the temperature is increasing. B, heat is being added and the particles are moving closer together. C, heat is being added and the molecules are moving farther apart. Or D, heat is being added and the molecules are moving farther apart. Number 21. Based on the kinetic molecular theory of gases, which of the following is true about the particles of ideal gases, but not for particles in solids and liquids? There is no attraction between the particles. B, particles are in constant random motion. C, the kinetic energy of particles is directly related to their temperature. Or D, none of the above. Number 22. If the volume of a balloon is decreased by squeezing it, what will happen to the pressure? Assume that temperature does not change. A, pressure will increase. B, pressure will decrease. C, pressure will stay the same. Or D, not enough information. Number 23. A gas is at 100 kilopascals and 298 Kelvin. Is chilled to 273 Kelvin. What is the new pressure of the gas? A, 109.16 kilopascals. B, 91.61 kilopascals. C, 81.35 kilopascals. Or D, 813.54 kilopascals. Number 24. How are the volume and temperature of a gas related? A, direct relationship. As volume increases, temperature also increases. B, direct relationship. As volume increases, temperature decreases. C, indirect relationship. As volume increases, temperature also decreases. Or D, indirect relationship. As volume increases, temperature decreases. Number 25. Lemonade is an example of A, element, B, compound, C, mixture, or D, molecule. Number 26. Blank has more than one kind of element bonded together. This cannot be undone physically. A, element, B, compound, C, mixture, or D, atom. Number 27. Which of the following describes a compound? A, H2, B, CO2, C, Cl2, or D, a salad. Number 28. Courtney is stranded on an island and wants to get the salt out of the salt water. Which method should she use and why? A, filtration, because it will get the big pieces out and leave water. B, evaporation, because it will get the small pieces out and leave water. C, distillation, because it will get the small pieces out and leave water. Or D, filtration, because it will get the small pieces out and leave water. Number 29. The word atom is derived from the Greek word atomos, which means A, small, B, unique, C, uncuttable, or D, none of the above. Number 30. Niels Bohr proposed the planetary model, which says most of the atom is empty space. B, electrons are embedded in a ball of positive charge. C, electrons circle the nucleus in fixed orbits, or rings. And D, electrons exist in a cloud around the nucleus. Number 31. Rutherford performed the gold foil experiment. What did he discover about the atom? A, most of the atom is empty space. B, electrons are embedded in a ball of positive charge. C, electrons circle the nucleus in fixed orbits. Or D, electrons exist in a cloud around the nucleus. Number 32. Which of the following elements is a nonmetal? A, the yarn because it is a conductor. B, the copper wire because it is a conductor. C, the yarn because it's an insulator. Or D, the copper wire because it is an insulator. 33. Which of the following groups of elements are very non-reactive because of their full electron shells? A, alkali metals. B, alkaline earth metals. C, halogens, or D, noble gases. Number 34. Which of the following have the same number of valence electrons as chlorine, Cl? A, oxygen, O. B, fluorine, F. C, sodium, Na. Or D, argon, Ar. Number 35. What is the atomic mass of iron, Fe? A, 26 AMU, B, 55.85 AMU, C, 49 AMU, or D, 114.82 AMU. Number 36. How many protons and electrons does a neutral atom of nitrogen have? A, 7 protons, 5 electrons. B, 7 protons, 7 electrons. C, 5 protons, 7 electrons. Or D, 5 protons, 5 electrons. Number 37. How many neutrons does an atom of beryllium have? A, 2, B, 4, C, 5, D, 9. Number 38. An atom that gained or lost electrons to become more stable is called A/An, A, molecule, B, ion, C, valence atoms, or D, noble gas. Number 39. Ionic compounds form between A, 2 metals, B, 2 nonmetals, C, a metal and a nonmetal, or D, any kind of element, it doesn't matter. Number 40. Which of the following pairs of elements would form a covalent compound? A, sodium and fluorine. B, neon and calcium. C, iron and sulfur. Or D, carbon and chlorine. Number 41. What would the overall charge of sulfur, S, be? A, S2+, B, S2-, C, S6 plus, or D, S6 minus? Number 42. When atoms lose electrons, they become blank charged. A, positively, B, negatively, C, neutrally, or D, there is no way to know. Number 43. What kind of compound is I2F5, and what is its chemical name? A, ionic, iodine fluoride, B, covalent, iodine fluoride, C, ionic, diiodine pentafluoride, or D, covalent, diiodine pentafluoride. Number 44. Antoine and Kenny wanted to make an ionic compound using aluminum and oxygen. What would the chemical formula be? Remember, cross down your charges. A, ALO, B, ALO2, C, Al3O2, or D, Al2O3. 45. What are the two products of a combustion reaction? A, CH4 and OH minus, B, CO2 and H2O, C, C2O and H2O2, or D, it depends on the reactants. Number 46. What is the difference between a synthesis and a decomposition reaction? A, decomposition makes a compound, synthesis breaks them up. B, synthesis makes a compound, decomposition breaks them up. C, synthesis switches the elements in both compounds and decomposition replaces the element in one compound. Or D, none, they are the same type of reaction. Use the reaction below to answer the next 4 questions. Zinc plus copper chloride yields zinc chloride plus copper. 47. What are the reactants in this reaction? A, zinc and copper chloride, B, zinc chloride and copper, C, zinc only, or D, copper only. Number 48, what are the products in this reaction? A, zinc and copper chloride, B, zinc chloride and copper, C, zinc chloride only, D, copper chloride only. Number 49, how many chlorine atoms are attached to each zinc atom at the end of this reaction? A, 1 chlorine atom, B, 2 chlorine atoms, C, none, but there are 2 copper atoms, or D, need more information. Number 50. What type of reaction is this? A, synthesis, B, decomposition, C, single replacement, D, double replacement, or E, combustion. You are now done with part 1 of the ICP Spring 2019 final. Please be sure all of your answers are bubbled in on your answer sheet and that you answered every question. Please turn in this paper to me to get part 2 of your final exam. Good luck.